right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises and highest honors to Yahweh,
How
our
about you
Shimmy,
and
our
Yahshua?
Shai, our
Bashim
Shimon,
Papa.
double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone that rule well, and salutations to you brothers that preach and teach this word in truth and sincerity. As we put our lives on the line in these last days to bring you this raw and this uncut truth. It's the brother Ariaga from the Grand Rapids, Michigan camp.
And I'm Yamaraka.
Here with another nifty lesson. So what's going down? Got a lot of things happening at first. Two of the major things that are being spoken of currently in the news media or the mainstream media, so to speak, is the Gary, Indiana situation and the blackout, so to speak, with the looting and all of that, and the USS Abraham Lincoln situation. Two major events that's been covered up by, choose a distraction, you know. I mean, of course, it's the football season is coming in. You know, they had the first couple games, baseball season coming to the playoffs. So, hey, it's all kind of distractions out there. And the vast majority of our people, let alone Esau, don't care. But these are things that really affect you. One, because they're showing you what they're doing to these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, what they really want to do um, by shutting off this power, doing basically a run on Gary, Indiana, manufacture the storm, let that crazy storm hit, and then gave everybody their power back, except for the predominantly black areas. And now at 2 weeks and up, you have pockets of people here and there that got their shit on, but the vast majority, their lights are still off. And then the USS Abraham Lincoln, because guess who is going to be directly affected by the draft when it's brought back this November? All right. Of course, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Natives. They're coming straight for you to set you up. That's why they're putting you in these broken conditions, because they really want you to have a no way out. Like, damn, we can't, provoke some kind of false sense of patriotism. And now let's put them in dire straits. And then they'll try to make it to where that's the only come up that you can have, to actually get out of your situation, especially with them getting rid of a lot of these jobs, a lot of these companies closing down. So it's slowly but surely funneling off a lot of the opportunities people have. Pretty soon they're not going to have enough gas to get to and from to work, just simple shit, to and from the store, Motherfuckers going to be carpooling to the damn store, dog. And if you look at the gas situation in Indiana and how that's going down, that's just a prime example of what they want to transpire. All right. So what we're gonna do today is just go straight into it, give you some video footage, and just update the vast individual mindset of what's really happening, and make preparations for yourself.
Commanders warn of an impending mutiny. These sailors understand that they're fighting a war for Netanyahu and Israel. They're eating goyslav, risking their lives out on the open sea for Netanyahu and Israel. And that's why they are jumping off the side of the ship in the middle of the Persian Gulf. I'd like to see him replace his Mar-a-Lago residence with quarters on board the USS Abraham Lincoln for just one day and see whether or not he believes it's gone on long enough.
Yeah, because Trump said it ain't been long enough. These motherfuckers out here eating some damn crinkly fries with a slab of gray ass meat and all kind of weird shit, dog. Not to mention this shit, as I'll show you from, another individual who's been on those aircraft carriers, their account, and being on there, doing the same thing every day, seeing the same thing every day, fucks with your head, man. To the point where you feel like you are on a floating prison. Okay? Let me ask Chat something. Oops. Chat, how many stories tall is an aircraft carrier?
Let me check. Most modern aircraft carriers are about 20 to 25 stories tall. from the bottom of the hull to the top of the mast. That's roughly 200 to 250 feet above the waterline. Big boats.
Big boats indeed. Boats and hoes. Could you hear that out?
Yeah. I heard some of what you say.
Hold on, I'm gonna play one more time. Chat, please repeat that.
Sure. Most modern aircraft carriers are about 20 to 25 stories tall from the bottom of the hull to the top of the mast.
20 to 25 stories.
So imagine you being on a ship for so fucking long that you willing to jump 25 stories off of that motherfucker just because if you jump off that ship, if they recover you, they're gonna send you home. You know? So for you to fucking have the nuts, put on that vest, and the dude knew what he's doing because I think one was Latino, didn't put that vest on and jump 25 fucking stories, dog.
Right. And you basically saying you willing to die to get off this motherfucker.
Right. And so you jump off that motherfucker, and you got to think hitting the water at that height from 25 stories up can kill the fuck out you. You land wrong, it'll kill you.
Yeah, you risking your life. Yep.
You know, and they let them know, look, y'all motherfuckers jump overboard at nighttime. Hey, it's impossible for us to do shit for you.
Yep.
So motherfuckers is making sure they jump off in the daytime, dog. All right, and I can't blame them because I don't know what the fuck that feels like. Okay. I don't know what it feels like being stuck on a flotilla like that. I remember they had something similar when they had that. Remember during COVID they had that floating prison.
Mm-hmm.
They were sticking people on that damn barge and shit. They was going crazy on that motherfucker, dog. That's the same equivalent.
Yeah.
Right? This is showing you what they really want to do.
Yeah, imagine being stuck on the Titanic when it was sinking and shit.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing is that US Abraham ain't sinking, but hey, the conditions is terrible.
Right. Hey, not to mention, oh well, that's the thing. See, that's another head. Let's go to the next part. Check this out.
Iran claims to have struck the USS Abraham Lincoln, rendering the vessel inoperable and forcing it to return to port. The USS Gerald R. Ford experienced a fire. The cause of the fire was not combat related, just like the US fighter jets were shot out of the sky, not by Iran, but by friendly fire, all three of them. No KC-135 was shot out of the sky in Iraq. It just fell to the ground, despite the fact that we have footage of it from Iraqi militia groups in giant clumps of fire as it plunges to the middle of the Iraqi desert in the middle of the night. Things are not going so well for the Navy personnel on board the two U.S. carrier strike groups in the region. They're so far away from Iran, yet they have so many problems. What is going on here? I don't know. What I do know for certain is that if Trump really has any hope that, I don't know, the U.S. Navy will escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz, I hope he can tell it to the faces of the U.S. Navy personnel on board these aircraft carriers right now. Because as of right now, it seems like, and I could be totally wrong about this, but it seems like they may be suffering a bit more than CENTCOM is leading us all on to believe. What do I mean by that? Despite the fact that they're so far away from the coastline of Iran, what do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look, okay? For starters, the U.S. has deployed a third Navy aircraft carrier strike group to join the war in Iran. The USS George H.W. Bush is expected to head toward the eastern Mediterranean, joining two other U.S. carrier strike groups already in the region. Well, I mean, for starters, what do you need another U.S. carrier strike group for in the region if everything is going so well with the first two? Well, things are not going so well with the first two. We know now the USS Gerald R. Ford experienced a fire. The cause of the fire was not combat related and is contained, of course, not combat related. Just like the U.S. fighter jets were shot out of the sky, not by Iran, but by friendly fire, all three of them. And no KC-135 was shot out of the sky in Iraq. It just fell to the ground, despite the fact that we have footage of it from Iraqi militia groups in giant clumps of fire as it plunges to the middle of the Iraqi desert in the middle of the night. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm sure that there was just like a random fire. 2 sailors currently receiving medical treatment for injuries, by the way. So let me get this straight. CENTCOM expects all of us to believe, and by the way, this is the official narrative regarding this story on the USS Gerald R. Ford. They said that this was a laundry fire. I'm dead serious. Like something like there's like too much lint buildup in the dryer. When you like use a dryer to dry your clothes and you have to pull out that little lint thing and you like wipe all the fuzzies off. They're saying that caused a major fire on the USS Gerald R. Ford, and 2 of the sailors are injured now and being hospitalized, I guess, to address their wounds. That's what they want you to believe.
Hey, this
Iran claims to have struck the USS.
This president don't hold back on his lies. I mean, it's like all of them motherfuckers lie, but this motherfucker is so blatant with his lies that it ain't really nothing else that no other conclusion you can come to.
Right. What does the scripture say? If a ruler hearkeneth to lies, then all of his officials are
All
liars.
the officers, yeah.
Yeah. So if you look at the officers, it don't even have to be like they'll say something like, "Oh, that sound like these individuals got some people in prestigious positions, like they don't have to be in the military to be as officers, the overseers. You know what I'm saying? That's what an officer is. So the different overseers is this corrupt ass government. Mm-hmm. They are liars. None of them is, look, Mondani, all of these motherfuckers. Stop sitting up here trying to find that one golden hen. This is
right
on lies. So it only makes sense that the only way it can flourish and it can continue to maintain is through the lies that is established.
This is Proverbs 29:12. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked.
There it is. All of his servants, not some of them.
Right.
Oh, we're going to go to the Republicans. Oh, we're going to go to the Democrats, though. All of them motherfuckers is full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
All of them is full of shit, and y'all are out here trying to find the one that's not.
Right.
That's impossible. Right now, the power structure that they have established is crumbling. Why? Because it's a house divided, man. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Divided. This is Matthew 12:25. It says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So it's impossible for this system to stand, especially when you're going into another third world war. And your shit ain't together, it wasn't set up for these motherfuckers to win. It wasn't set up for America to win.
Good.
It was set up for them to create that illusion so the vast majority of people won't spaz out here in American soil, but they keep you part of that genjutsu, that illusion magic, to keep your mind focused on shit that doesn't matter. We just asking people walking up the street, did you know this simple thing? Did you know this? About Gary, Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
About the USS Lincoln? The vast majority like, no, well, what y'all Americans aren't plugged into shit, but entertainment. That's all y'all want to do, is be entertained and shit. Or over sexualized or some shit.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldees. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Right. Hey, man.
Hey, the Israelis, I mean, it's all over the news. The Israelis then drew America into this war. There is no other reason America is in this war except for the Israelis drew them into it.
What's that bill called? What was the name of that bill? The unifying the U.S. Army.
I forgot it. If it's not the 666 bill, what was it? I'll look it up real quick. Let me see.
Yeah, because right now, all they're doing is keeping us in a state of confusion. You know, because of the past their agendas. The past their agendas. Nobody can be in unison with them. Like that game telephone. When somebody says something at the end of the line, by the time it gets to you, it's some whole other shit, whole other information. It just shows you how vital having that necessary information is, because a lot of people don't know about Israel. Their military being united with the U.S. military. What does that mean? It means Netanyahu can tell them to do whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. So when that draft comes, and he ain't going, hey, you think he gonna hesitate drafting 2/3 of you niggas, man, and you Edomites, and making you go fight his war? They've been doing that shit behind the scenes, but now they're to the point where they're just doing that shit right in your face, dog.
Yep.
It's playing in your face.
Yep. It's called the United States Israel Framework for Upgraded Technologies, Unified Research and Enhanced Securities Futures Act of 2026. So it's basically the Futures Act, which stands for Framework for Upgraded Technologies, Unified Research and Enhanced Securities.
There it is. And that enhanced security is another reason why they need these data centers, man.
Mm-hmm.
They transferring a lot of information on everybody here to Israel. And then they're taking that same information and they're determining who gets to live and who gets to die.
Mm-hmm.
Already been doing it, but now they're just doing it blatantly in your face.
Yep.
Let's look at these further conditions on this raggedy ass ship. Yes, all of that is dookie, man.
Yep, walking in straight up shit water with shit on the floor, toilets overflowed and shit. They in worse conditions than the prisons in the U.S.
Right. Families of military personnel aboard USS Abraham Lincoln allege shortages of food, water, and basic supplies, broken plumbing, and exhausting schedules. A parent whose son spent 11 months aboard said the ship's water system failed early. The ship failed early in the fucking deployment, preventing sailors from showering or washing clothes. The parent also claimed 6 inches of human waste covered restroom floors. 6 inches.
Damn. That's covering your motherfucking foot.
Fuck.
6 inches, that's covering your fucking foot. I mean, I know they got them military boots, but goddamn.
I mean, you tracking shit all over the fucking base, though.
Right. The smell gotta be horrid.
Yes.
How much you want to bet that the kid that filmed this is the one that gets in trouble instead of the military getting this shit together and us getting out of there? Our president turning these kids around, getting them out of harm's way, stop killing fucking Iranians, stop fucking standing up for these demons over in the country with the blue star. That shit's happening over there. Look at that. And then you hear about, oh no, the food is good, this and that. Bullshit. The fucking Bahrain, the Fifth Fleet over there, it got bombed on. So these kids are having to fucking suck it up, starve, and then they're walking around in shit, literal shit on these boats.
So when we stop and look how hard it is to jump over a 25-story building, ship out into the fucking freezing ocean, hot ass ocean that's over there. Sharks, all kind of shit, dog. But this is what they live in. 11 months of some shit like this, literally. Amongst them talking crazy to you, you know, the higher ups and all that shit, they stressed out, so they just talking reckless. You ready to fuck them shit up? Hey, bro, that'd probably basically be the only thing I can do, jumping over the goddamn edge with a life jacket, than me, you know, spazzing out and fucking some shit up on that ship. Especially because a higher ranked individual wouldn't talk crazy to me. Shit. You finna start moving furniture, this stanky motherfucker, man. This is Isaiah 19:2, because this is also leading to that coming into, you know, how they gonna feel some type of way when they get back. They're gonna be on some fuck the government shit. All of these sailors when they get back. They're gonna carry that same energy into the streets. Isaiah 19:2. Especially when they get to telling them, all right, y'all get some time off, then y'all send y'all back out there on the shitty ship again.
Right. They ain't going back.
Hell no. It says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. And this is just a small sample size of what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and the spirit of Egypt, right, because it's a spiritual Sodom of Egypt, shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards, right? And we ain't talking about the Will Washington motherfucking wizards. We talking about those cats that's pushing all of these goddamn, just call them doctors, therapists. Anybody with a doctor in front of their name, all right, is a witch or a wizard. Anybody selling drugs and shit like that is a witch or a wizard, man. And everybody's trying to escape somehow, some way, so they looking to just get fucked up as much as they can. Fuck it. I can't do nothing else. I'm gonna just be outside my goddamn mind and shit. So I'd make this a little more feasible. And what's gonna happen when they don't have access to that? They're gonna lose their cool. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh of hosts. So the Most High and put that cruel lord. Isaiah 19:4 is Donald Trump, Netanyahu, right? Because them cruel lords is about to tell you to take your goofy ass right into this burning fire and stand there. That's the equivalent of them telling you you got to go fight for America and for Israel in this third world war. The equivalent of it is standing your goofy ass in a burning ass, completely burning house, and they tell you to stand still.
Mm-hmm.
And then these dumb motherfuckers is gonna do it. I'll be like, man, you can suck all the shit out of the nearest motherfucking ass before you can do something like tell me to do something like that. Hell no. They couldn't tell me to do half of that shit when I was in the military. So shit.
The USS Abraham Lincoln is the aircraft carrier deployed in the Persian Gulf, and it has now hit a new benchmark never hit in the US Navy before. It has been deployed at sea for 250 days without any kind of breaks. The impact that such a continued deployment has on somebody's mental health cannot be understated. It has been reported that 6 members have already attempted to commit suicide, but it speaks to the volume, to the level of desperation that these sailors are experiencing to be stuck on a ship dealing with a war that might have no end to it, at least in the short term, because from the Iranian perspective, this war is going to be occupying them for the next 2 to 3 years at least. There is also a critical lack of fresh food, fresh meat, and fresh supplies for the sailors on the aircraft carrier. The reason for that is this aircraft carrier does not have access to the Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. That is the largest port the United States used for a long time in the Persian Gulf. But ever since the beginning of the war and the Iranians closed the Strait of Hormuz and mined it, no US Navy ship has been able to cross the strait. Therefore, they have to bring supplies from much farther afar. Now, any ship resupplying the Abraham Lincoln will have to go through the Horn of Africa. That means no fresh bananas, no oranges, nothing that is fresh. Everything has to be packaged.
And what happens is you get something called scurvy. When you don't have vitamin C and you've been out on the sea that long, you get something called scurvy, and it feel like you about to fucking die. Your body's almost depleted, fully deprived of fresh vitamin C through fruits and vegetables. Half of these motherfuckers wonder why they get scurvy now. They just don't want to eat right, you know. But you out on that ship, and you get that scurvy, man, that should take you out, dog. But it's a simple way to fix it. All you gotta do is take a motherfucker and give them some lemon juice, some orange juice, or something, man. But they don't have access to that.
No milk. Everything has to be packaged and ready to be eaten. On top of that, there's a critical breakdown of amenities. Showers are not working, toilets are not working. US CENTCOM Navy admirals have
And especially for a woman, because they do have women, a lot of women on those aircraft. Boy, hey, it's gonna smell like goddamn. It's gonna be smelling like a fucking seafood boiling that motherfucker, dude.
Mm-hmm.
In the high heat and close quarters, it's gonna piss a lot of motherfuckers off.
informed the top command, the top Pentagon command, that if there is no solution to this problem, that means that the Abraham Lincoln rotate out and let their navy get some time off. They expect a mutiny, kind of like it was back in the 18th century. The level of incompetence from the Trump administration from waging this war is just unimaginable. The USS Abraham Lincoln is
And it's only gonna get worse because whoever takes their place is gonna be out there even longer. Not to mention, like he said, us 6 cats that did this shit, you know, jumped off the edge. All right, and they only letting people know about the one. Of course they are. Because if they let you know it's 6 motherfuckers, then you can probably bet it's been 12 or 13.
Right.
Because they're not gonna give you an accurate number of shit.
No, they're gonna always downplay it.
Exactly.
I was asked to share this, so I'm going to. This is directly from a family that's close to one of the USS Abraham Lincoln and is a combination of reports received via phone calls and text messages. This is their accounting of their experience. They left in November, and by January and February, families were being asked to send care packages with basic items because the ship store had already run out. Sailors were asking for things like body wash, socks, underwear, jerky, drink mixes, and toilet paper. Family also sent a double walled water bottle so the sailor could have cool drinks during their 12-hour watches and after watch work times. Unfortunately, these care packages were stuck in Bahrain for months, and the sailor didn't receive these packages until late June, 5 or 6 months after they were sent. Reports of low morale had been coming in for months at this point, due to things like water issues preventing them from doing their laundry for long periods of time, leading to breakdowns in things like socks and underwear from the heat and humidity. The sailor also reported a jumper on a recent call with his family and said it wasn't the first and it wouldn't be the last. He said they had a recovery team man to deal with this during the day, but said if a sailor chose to jump at night, recovery would be unlikely. It was reported to me that this conversation happened 2 days before the story broke here in the U.S. During that same call, the sailor reported that the command had finally allowed people to serve themselves food instead of being served in ration lines, where portions were small and controlled. The command also tried to raise morale by having crew members engage in small activities like waffle making contests.
The fuck?
The sailor reported working a night shift,
Hey man, I don't know about y'all, dog, but I'm about to win this waffle making contest. What the fuck do you win?
Right. Do you win a vacation? Do you get
Right.
a motherfucking clean shower?
Right.
Shit.
Shit that you get to go take a shit in a latrine that ain't filled with everybody else's shit and piss.
Right.
Imagine a woman being on that ship and she have her periods. A bunch of women having their periods and it's backed up like that in there. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be some angry motherfuckers, dog.
and said it was often common for him to get off of watch and not be able to eat or have to find a CS and beg for food because the mess was closed and he only had 5 or 6 hours to sleep and run clothes through a rinse cycle if the laundry was working before his next watch. The USS George Washington Battle Group is en route to relieve the Lincoln Battle Group, and they'll be headed home shortly. Without sharing details about the actual trip back, I need to share one more thing that was disclosed. Instead of making a direct transit back to Homeport, the ship is scheduled to extend that trip by stopping so that they can clean and paint the ship before it returns stateside. I won't speculate as to what the reason is, but the sailor reported simply that it was so the ship doesn't look bad when we get home.
I figured that.
Even though the ship was already scheduled to go into dry dock upon return to port for maintenance availability. That is their story. I'm Ian. This is the Decency Rebellion.
And this motherfucker said we're gonna make sure y'all clean this pussy ass shit up. All this shit, piss, all of this funk. Y'all gonna fucking clean this bitch up when you get off of this motherfucker. You gonna take your hungry ass in there. You gonna clean up all of this piss and shit. All right, we ain't gonna feed you shit, but you gonna get your ass down there and then you gonna scrub some shit. You gonna paint some shit. We're gonna pull back in like nothing ever happened to this. Why? Because it's fucked
Right,
up.
like it ain't as bad as it is.
Right. And that's them doing damage control, man. You know? Part of Esau's devices, man. Once again.
What have been some of the challenges, being out here at sea for so many consecutive days?
Honestly, the only thing challenging has been like mental challenges, like trying to manage my sleep and stuff like that.
So this was just part of one of many conversations I had with sailors last month when I was aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, an aircraft carrier in the Arabian Sea. And it appears it just scratched the surface of the psychological toll of this deployment on this ship. U.S. officials told me that earlier this month, a sailor went overboard from the USS Abraham Lincoln. That sailor was rescued in about an hour and was medically evaluated and then was brought off the ship. But this incident is now added to a growing list of concerns about the crew during this extended deployment for the Iran war. The sailor jumped off wearing a life vest, I'm told, and the Navy is viewing this as a mental health incident. But it also emphasizes that man overboard incidents like that are not unique to this carrier. The carrier has been out at sea on this deployment since last November, months before the war began in February. The deployment was expected to end in May. Their return date is still unknown, and many sailors are missing those big life events back home.
What kind of toll does that take on you personally?
It's tough. I said I had my first kid born in February, so very excited to get home, meet her.
You've never met your daughter?
Nope.
She was born right around when this
You never met
luckily,
your stepdaughter.
She was born February 6th, so I was able to
Get back and wonder why his daughter is looking black and shit.
Right.
Oh,
There's a little tan, honey.
Oh, yeah. Why you coming home doing all of this? I can't believe it. I'm ready for a divorce. I'm taking half of your money that you got from Iraq, you motherfucker. Like that.
Right, and he got to deploy again.
Yep. Feeling like that. This after his divorce.
Yeah.
Make sure the divorce gets started, and you gotta get back out there on this pussy ass ship, dog.
Right. Trump is ordering that.
Yeah. Don't give a fuck, dog. Seeing y'all niggas out here to die like a motherfucker.
Right.
get on FaceTime, watch the birth, talk to my wife before everything went down.
One sailor's wife told the Navy Times her husband had been overextended for months.
I bet he was. And she probably overextended for months as well.
Right.
Boy, overextending them rods and shit. Because let me tell
Right.
you, when you in the military, dog, them motherfuckers let you know. Hey, man, Johnny at home, especially in basic training, it was true. He said, Johnny at home fucking your bitch.
Yep.
Johnny Tran,
Yep.
Chad, and Tyrone.
We used to call it back in my day sport coat. That bitch is with sport coat right now. She's wearing that sport coat. Shit.
Putting that motherfucker on, dog.
Yep. She wearing a sport coat right now. Shit.
Damn. A nigga all over her, sucking her.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's your woman. She called, hey, honey. Like, hey,
right.
What's going on? This bitch had the damn slobber ain't dried up on your nipples yet.
Right.
Oh, hey, honey. How you doing? This nigga over here. Well, I was looking at American Sniper the other night, and he was like able to call his woman, while he was on the field. Like they don't do it like that no more. And she would hear shootouts he have sometime, all kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, dog. I saw it firsthand. I was in the military, and I had to stay back to get some tests done and shit, because my shit was fucked up. Let me tell you something, man. Them hoes was out there, dog. Niggas was driving their cars and shit. Them motherfucker wasn't gone a week. I was get knocked the fuck off.
But that's why like these European countries, I should just say these Edomite countries, that's why they don't do no paternity tests. As a matter of fact, even though none of these heathen countries do paternity tests mandatory. They already admitted it would destroy their social framework.
Yeah, the fabric of their society
was with these bitches having all this freedom, they already know 30 or more % of the children that are born are not the husband's child.
And that statistic is increasing.
All the time. It's increasing year by year. Yeah. As bitches get more freedom, that statistics increases.
Right. Let's say she wiped her mouth.
Right, and says she's done no wrong. Hey, she says she's done no wrong because the laws support what she's doing.
Shit, I got a video that will show you that these bitches ain't even wiping their mouth before they say that.
This is just right to the next one.
Yep. Oh, I ain't do shit. It got spackled. I did a video. This bitch walked down the street, let some dude bust a load all over her face, and just walk down the street just to see people's reaction. Just to see their reaction. Why the fuck would they not do what we saying now?
Right.
From experience.
Okay, just watch this. Sailors on the USS Abraham Lincoln attempt to jump overboard and take their lives. Family
members from Esau don't really care because they're not.
Told the Military Times the conditions are just so awful. They are not getting food. They lose 40 to 50 pounds. Showers do not work. Toilets do not work. The milk gets rotten. No fruits, no vegetables, just a little.
The words of Rick James, the milk has gone bad.
Right.
Frozen meat after nearly 9 months at sea. These Navy sailors and Marines suffer record deployments with nothing. Meanwhile, Pete Hegseth went on a shopping spree and spent $6.9 million on lobster tails in a single month. He spent $15.1 million on ribeye steaks, $2 million on Alaskan king crabs, $140,000 on donuts, $124,000.
Man,
motherfucker, even the people ain't even doing that good.
Right.
These motherfuckers spending millions on ribeye steaks and lobsters. The regular people ain't even eating steaks and lobsters like that. God
let them eat cake.
Right. Let them eat cake like a motherfucker, man. Shit. Goddamn, feeding the people
got
straight up cake while
alone.
they eating king Alaskan crab for $2 million. Ribeye steak for $15 million.
They ain't eat no Boston crabs and no.
God, right. They ain't getting no budget potatoes and shit.
That motherfucker's crazy, dog.
God damn, man. Look. They better quit showing this to these American motherfuckers. I mean, you thinking that they doing bad on the USS Abraham? What about the regular people? They ain't spending $15 million on steaks and $2 million on Alaskan king crab.
Right.
Shit, motherfuckers is upset at the egg prices right now. Shit.
Right.
Damn. These devils, boy, they don't got no chill, man. Shit.
No, they fucking don't, dog.
Yeah, they don't got no chill, and they don't give a fuck if you know.
This is wait. This is Isaiah 32 and 3. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dimmed, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. Well, I think we go up to the piece up there. Nope. And a man shall be, okay, so this is Isaiah 32 and 2. It says, and a man shall be a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as a river of water in a dry place, and a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Man's importance is about to increase vastly.
Yes, vastly.
All right, you ain't gonna need to ask, what is men for and shit. I got this rose, so I take that motherfucker, bust my pussy all down. Got this big ass, sex toy. What's a man for? Boy, let me tell you something. Them batteries run out in that day. This is gonna be a trouble. It says, in the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerers shall be ready to speak plainly. They ready to speak plainly now. The motherfuckers is fed up. The vile person also shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. All of these politicians and these cats in these high places is about to be brought low as fuck, man. All right, because even if you a vile person can never be called liberal, you can't just do whatever the fuck he want and go eat these $15 million steaks and shit.
Right.
Real tough. And now people started to see the statistics. They probably saw Pete's pussy ass out there eating this shit. Thinking that that's Pete Hegseth. Now they see this nigga, man. They gonna try to be up in his crib, dog. I want to see if he got some more of that ribeye left, dog.
Right. Hey man, I want to taste that 15 million, man.
Right.
I ain't never tasted a $15 million ribeye steak. Never.
Right. This nigga, man, he got to have some of that $140,000 donuts left.
I ain't never ate $140,000 donut. What that be like? Like shit.
Have a piece left, dog.
Right. God damn, $140,000 a donut?
What kind of donuts is this nigga? They ain't
right.
Dog,
God damn.
Donuts, man. These ain't no Dunkin' Donuts, man. These
right. Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts ain't worth over 100,000.
No.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts might give you a run for about $20, $30 though.
Right.
But I want to taste that $100,000 donut, man.
Right.
Shit.
That motherfucker got golden flakes, nigga.
Right.
That motherfucker got the sprinkles are made out of 100% beaver gland ass, dog.
Right.
It tastes like vanilla though. That's artificial. That's natural.
Right. Shit.
For you, dog.
When you put it on your tongue, it not only melt in your mouth, but it give you the sensation of sweetness down to the tippy toe.
God damn. If you eat this motherfucker, you might need to be butt ass nigga because you just might orgasm on yourself.
Right. God damn. That gotta be a hell of a fucking donut.
motherfucker.
Like
Boy,
shit.
you know, it's good when the motherfucker eat it. They be like,
right.
You got a napkin right
Right.
here. You straight, dog. I'm good.
Right.
Get
Shit.
all of this, dog. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, shit.
Motherfucker
You
ain't trying to waste a drip.
goddamn donut for dessert and shit.
Right. Fuck, man. Motherfucker, that's them Homer Simpson donuts and shit, dog.
Right. Beyond 6.9 million for lobster, motherfucking 15 million for ribeye steak, 2 million for Alaskan king crab, nearly 140,000 on donuts. Like, goddamn, man, that's just too goddamn extravagant.
You know they wasting half of that shit.
Yeah,
finishing a whole ribeye steak meal.
Right, they take 2 bites and shit.
Right,
fantastic. You can take it away now.
Nigga,
yeah. The poor is out back. No, get them out of here. Throw that shit in the garbage.
Let them eat steak, nigga.
Right.
That Marie Antoinette spirit on these motherfuckers.
Right.
That's that liberal spirit, dog.
Yep.
It says, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry. Because the hungry, $15.1 million ribeye steak package with the goddamn crabs and the motherfucking donuts, and we finna tell you about some pussy ass ice cream machines.
Right.
Dog.
Right. 124,000 on ice cream machines. I mean, that you obviously they getting the real ice cream, which they took out of the stores 10 years ago.
Oh, dog, this ain't your frozen. This ain't your McDonald's frozen dessert.
No, it ain't. This ain't frozen dessert. This is real ice cream.
Yeah.
Made from heavy whipping cream, motherfucking ice, and motherfucking strawberries.
Pure cane, organic cane sugar.
Right. Fresh from the tree.
Right.
Fresh from the cane plant.
Right.
Shit.
Motherfucker, why don't you chew on this sugar cane while we wait and shit?
Right.
It says, like I said, to make empty the soul of the hungry and will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Right, because they're doing everything they can to keep you from comprehending this truth.
Yep.
They villainized it long enough, you know. It says, the instrument also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. So especially when you got, like he said, old dude said in the last video, and unfortunately the sailor that posted this video is probably going to be the one that gets in trouble.
Yep.
So when you speak upright, you get punished. They literally call you a whistleblower. Nigga, you out here blowing a whistle like Petey Pablo, motherfucker.
Right.
God damn. Like, what? I'm just trying to let y'all motherfuckers know, man. This shit is nigga, get him. Now you just all fucked up for telling the truth.
Just like that Israeli bitch that snitched on what they was doing in them Israeli prisons. Like they raping the men and doing all types of crazy sexual acts.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden she got arrested.
Yep.
And the Israeli government was like, she shouldn't have done none of that. Like, whoa. What about the motherfuckers that was violating the rules? You know?
Right. And guess what's happening to her now in them Israeli prisons?
Right.
Talk about this.
Yep.
Shit. Niggas, she taking rides. She taking rides. She taking some of that snatch to the face too, because you know them they get off on their home and say all them women guards get together.
Yep.
They can do whatever they want, dog, because that's how they get down.
Yep.
That's how the fuck they get down. If the men doing it to the men, damn sure believe the women doing it to the women.
Right. I mean, they sexual deviance over there.
Pornhub and shit like that. You know, that's the content that you get. Is a lot of that content too is them abusing these motherfuckers, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And it come from this Israelis anyway. They're the ones that make the most money off. They started the porn industry.
Yep.
It says, But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Right, these motherfuckers gonna make sure they straight. They gonna stand on it. They gonna make sure they get to keep this lifestyle going for themselves, man.
Right, as long as it possibly can, because they get off on you regular motherfuckers can't even afford. You regular motherfuckers can't even afford a donut. Like shit.
Right.
Not
Right.
a real donut. That
Right.
bullshit that they serve to the public, the shit you can get at Myers. But shit, y'all can't even afford one of their donuts.
Shit, hey, in this society, a motherfucker can't even afford to bust a nut up in this motherfucker, let alone
Right.
get your ass a donut, cuz.
Right.
That's at least supposed to be free. Get you some ass. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers out here fucked up with it right now.
On ice cream machines. Yet he cannot afford milk or fruits or vegetables for our sailors on the USS Abraham Lincoln. The lying fascist regime torments them and screws them over. Taxpayer money burns on luxury steaks and lobsters while service members starve and break. This hypocrisy is horrific. Our sailors endure pure torment so Pete Hegseth can feast.
Hey, and you know what? And we reporting on this. Understand, we look forward to all of this. And you devils deserve this and more. And worse is coming to you.
Yes.
Because shit, hey, y'all ain't even watching this news clip, y'all ain't giving two fucks about Jake.
Oh no.
That's one thing that ain't gonna come up in the conversation, because Jake been going through it ever since we've been living here. Because hey, even though Pete Hegseth is spending $15 million on his stakes, you motherfucking Edomites been spending $200 or $300 on yours when y'all was doing good. Jake has always been in this same position though.
Right. That's why them niggas be so quick to sell their pussy. They sell they soul their pussy asses so they can get a taste of this life.
Right. They can get a piece of Esau's a regular Edomite's life.
Right. I just want to feel like one of these devils.
Right.
For what, dog? You gonna feel the burn like them too.
Yep, exactly. All you doing is spending a season with the devil, then spending your life with your people, man.
Right.
You would rather spend a season with the devil, but guess what? That's your consolation prize.
That's right.
The sailors jumping off the USS Abraham Lincoln is a symptom of a larger problem that nobody is talking about. First, we need to clear the air that so far there's only been an official report of one sailor that tried, and he had a life vest on, so he is currently undergoing mental treatment, and that's about all we know. All the other reports are simply from social media posts and from concerned parents and spouses. Now, that's not...
Tell you how fucked up Esau is. This motherfucker said, well, he had a life vest on, so he wasn't too crazy. Don't send him back yet. Let's take this motherfucker and just keep talking to him and shit.
Right. Yeah, let's talk this motherfucker down so he can take it for another year. Man, put at least 3 more months in, man. You'll be all right. Like,
right.
Oh, no, man.
Motherfucker, man, you're supposed to be a soldier, not a pussy.
Right. You ain't no regular civilian. You work for Trump.
Right. We got to channel the power of the Don. Like,
right.
The Dons, Shit. That's so they owe this shit going crazy. I'm not going to play this whole clip with this piece of it.
Not for nothing, this is a rumor intelligence that needs to be explored, investigated, and verified. But until then, it is something that must be taken with a great assault. Now, what this stems from is a high op-tempo, longest deployment underway for a carrier in modern history. They have been without a seaport or a sea call in over 200 days or thereabouts. And what this is also showing is a stress test of a maximum degree for a U.S. carrier strike group and all the sailors aboard, because this is an extremely mentally taxing job, and we are pushing our sailors to their limits. The operational tempo of exercises and deployments is always extreme, and yet this is stress testing to the breaking point of both ship and sailor. And the reason that people are citing is because of Trump and his war, but there is a grander reason that has absolutely nothing to do with Trump. It has something to do also with the missile depletion, or rather the the report of missile depletions of munitions that everyone else is talking about too. These two things are connected, and everybody wants to blame Trump, but they're completely missing the overall reason why this is occurring. Post-Cold War, the U.S. military had to determine what to do with itself. It was shaped and positioned to counter a Soviet Union that no longer existed. They had to do a force and structure redesign, and so the George Bush senior administration came up with the doctrine, rather, that the U.S. military had to be able to handle two large regional conflicts at the same time. And so their focus was basically on something in the Middle East like Iraq and something in the East like Korea. So basically being able to have.
Now it would be Iran and Ukraine.
These wars almost simultaneously. I say almost because they built into the force posture and structure the ability to maneuver troops, weapons, and equipment into and out of these theaters, depending on which one was more severe. Now, in an attempt to further modernize and streamline the military, Obama tried to scale this down even further and proposed the ability to counter one major regional conflict and a small other regional ones, leveraging our allies, basically NATO. And this received a lot of pushback. And so we said we maintained the two regional conflict doctrine. And so from that doctrine, we have been given ourselves 11 carrier strike groups and enough munitions to basically handle what we thought were two conflicts. And that is proven to not be the case. This one regional conflict with Iran shows that our prior planning was subpar. It was poor. It was ill thought out. And so Trump's war with Iran shows that we were ill prepared for what we thought we could even be prepared for. And now that has to be corrected. And had we had any real serious analysis or real serious talks with Congress, we probably never would have gotten to this position.
Right. Truth be told, hey, all their prophets were liars. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's all it was, dog.
Yep. This is Revelations 18:7. How much hath she glorified herself and lived deliciously?
Woo!
So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I am the queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, who judges her.
Ooh.
Hey, and look, when we was talking about living deliciously, hey, these motherfuckers, hey, with Pete Hegseth's dining, that is living deliciously.
Yeah.
On a level that, you know, hey, Jake can't even fathom that level of living. Right. Not even rich Jake can. You know,
we just
$15 million steaks.
We don't know what it's like to live. We don't know what living is like. We just alive in this motherfucker.
Yep.
Been trying to figure it out day to day. This motherfucker, he got it set up. Every goddamn, I at least want to rip by 6 days a week in this motherfucker 2 times a day.
Right. Can I get a motherfucking $20 ribeye?
Right. I get that to my dog, nigga.
Right. $15 million ribeye is like, okay, shit, you living delish, nigga.
This nigga eat Wagyu steaks, man.
Right. 5-star Wagyu.
Damn, straight from Japan. That motherfucker just cut the motherfucker up 5 hours ago, dog.
Oh no, that motherfucker, no, they shipping the cow over with the chef.
Right.
It's gonna be the freshest, most tender steak you ever seared on both sides, not even cooked.
Right. Just you know, they like the motherfucker still moving and shit.
Hell yeah, shit. Yeah, you see that samurai just cut that hunk of meat off. Yeah.
Right.
And they sear it on both sides and plate it up right there, bleeding like a motherfucker, cow still moving and shit.
Hey, that's on you.
Damn. What say? Is this the U.S. sailor that no, that's
okay. I apologize. No, this is another. So This is Jake. Yeah, because this is a Jake sailor. Because, you know, from cats that been through those situations and shit, what they doing now is they basically
speaking out about it.
Yes. Check this out. And their experiences and why this shit is asinine.
208 days counting, straight days at sea, no port call. I believe that's a record for this modern Navy. Sailors, Marines, 5,500 of them out at sea. Why? Why haven't they port yet?
200 days is almost pushing the last leg of fulfilling a year. When I was in the Navy, I think we went 50 days straight, and it was hell. The water turns to prison bars. It's hard to take my mind back to relive it, but 200 days is it's almost like you're dead inside, to be honest, because of the mental process you have to go through with constantly seeing the same thing and doing the same thing over and over, and never actually approaching a different place and seeing a different place. The same uniforms, the same food, the same routine, the same rack, the same hallway, the same people, in a world that's filled with people, and is for a mission that should be able to be accomplished in a proper time frame so that you can go back and see your family and place your feet on dry ground. Keep the Lincoln in prayer, and that they can get back to land or port call. The reason why they would do port calls is so that people don't go cuckoo. And even still, people would hit land, and there was a reputation from the Navy because we were out at sea. 200 days is unfathomable. I can't joke about it. I can't do nothing, man. I'm trying to hold back tears thinking about 200 days, bro. Bro, the chief can't tell you nothing. The captains can't tell you nothing. The announcements can't tell you nothing. No type of event is gonna help that, except the internet to help you see what's going on in the world. So keep them in prayer, y'all, because this is ridiculous, man.
Right, because he's talking about 50 days is hell.
208 days counting, straight days at sea.
Out of 208 days at sea, he's telling you an experience of 50.
Right, 50. He's saying motherfuckers go cuckoo. 50. 200 is unfathomable. Shit.
Right. And he said you don't want to hear nothing that a higher up got to say. What did he say right here? 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. But there shall be sedition among men.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That sedition is building on them ships, though.
Yep.
Which leads to mutiny.
Mm-hmm.
And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Them motherfuckers want to take them higher ups and string them up and fuck them all up. That's what they're gonna do.
Yep.
Of course, you're gonna have other aircraft carriers surrounded, and they're gonna pop off and jump. If them motherfuckers say we just gonna take this bitch over and we're gonna do what we want to do on some Amistad shit.
Yep. Ain't nothing they can do.
No, they're gonna be talking about sinking that motherfucker.
Yep.
Go ahead and speak for a second. I'm gonna play the next video.
Fine.
It's on you.
You know what I ate in Afghanistan for 6 months on a burner with using a little burner? I ate ramen noodles. I had to pull the seasoning packet out because I had too much sodium in it, and I put tuna packets in it. That's what I ate. And you know what? I was happy to have it because the alternative was an MRE or something cooked by the Afghan guy who was too stupid to be given a gun, and they let him be the cook. And so if I wanted something spicy, test my fate a little bit, I'd go get a bowl of whatever he made in that giant, urn thing that he had. I mean, how weak are you on TV complaining about tuna and noodles? I'm sorry. You volunteered to serve your country. You can come back and get out of the military and do like all of these Democrat veterans and complain about it and make commercials and be a sellout if you want to, and come up with a new way of doing things. The last Democrat president that I remember that was deploying troops, Barack Obama, had the army going to Iraq on patrol bases for 15 months at a time, eating MREs. I'm sorry, but you're a sitting duck on a patrol base in Iraq, in Afghanistan, a heck of a lot more than you are on a fortified Navy ship sitting in the water. You might have got bored, and I'm sorry. We did have more fun getting in firefights, I'll say that. But to sit there and say that it was terrible because you had a corn dog and a hot dog, I would have traded a block of C4 to the Taliban for a hot dog by about July 2010. I just do not understand the mentality. If this is a representation of who our military is now, and I'm not saying it is, but there's at least enough for some of these trash rags to print about it. If this is who we are, we're just Rome sitting here waiting to burn. We've got nothing left. It makes me fume. If he sat there and said, we didn't have any clean water to drink, we couldn't take a shower. I mean, well, I didn't get to take a shower for about 6 months, but still, something that has something to do with hygiene or, like getting sick. There was a scurvy outbreak and, the guys that were missing legs were only given wooden pegs instead of metal ones. Then maybe I might have some sympathy. But to that little kid and whoever raised him, Lord, help you if you ever go into a hot war on the ground like millions of Americans have. I can only think what a World War II veteran sitting there who's lucid enough today to see that and think about the 6-month journey home from fighting the toughest war we've ever fought after being there for 4 years was thinking, listening to him complain like that. The Secretary of the Navy put out his response. That's my response.
It's like, wow, where's your sympathy, asshole? Like, dude, hey, if you ain't going through it or been through it, then dude, shit, you talking about it was fun, and he's just basically propagandizing everything and reading off a teleprompter, as you can see his eyes right now, right there. It's like, dude, you bullshitting. You at home enjoying yourself right now, and you ain't going through it. So you can talk all that shit. Like we were saying when we was out at camp yesterday, motherfucker can say what they want when they comfortable. But when they get uncomfortable, shit changes, Let's see. Let me read this. This is Psalms 46 starting at 7. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh of hosts, is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Come, behold the works of Yahweh, what desolations he hath made in the earth. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire. Be still and know that I am the Most High. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. Yahweh of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. So basically, our thing is to be still because we don't have to do nothing but watch. And basically, us Israelites, the prophets, the men of the Lord, the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we basically watchmen. We watching and we telling. That's what we here to do. We ain't finna go out there and do none of this. However, we are gonna report on it until we can't report on it, which will be the famine of the word at that time.
Right.
So, all we doing is reporting on it because our job is to be still, man. Our job is to wait on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and watch his beautiful, glorious work that he worked to take down the heathen to lift up his chosen, man.
Right.
And all of this shit is happening because he's showing us his glory and his might, man.
That's right.
And the heathen is just now experiencing it, and we only in the beginning of this thing, man.
That devil was talking proud, motherfucker. I put some damn tuna in my noodles. Motherfucker, they don't even have that, dog.
They don't got water. They don't got clean water to even put no water in their noodles. They sodium-filled noodles.
Pussy ass motherfucker just talking
shit. Damn. But you can tell he reading off a teleprompter though.
And even if you did experience those dumbass things and shit,
right?
Dog, you was not on that shit. You was not trapped at sea or on a fucking ship with no fucking water. You was on land, right?
Yep.
You even had a cook, even though you didn't want to eat what the fucking cook.
Right. Right.
That motherfucker still cooked some shit that you was able to eat, and if not, you were still able to receive care packages. All the motherfuckers that got them care packages, they ordered them motherfuckers 4 or 5 goddamn months ago, and they just now getting them, dog.
Right. Right.
Because it's been held up. Iran knew. Y'all motherfuckers gonna play with us. We're gonna fuck y'all up, dog.
Yep. Yep.
We're gonna put you in a nifty so y'all all the way out here in our water, nigga.
Yep.
You can't teleport shit.
Nope.
Ain't nobody around this motherfucker finna help you.
Nope.
Because then they gotta deal with us.
Yep. Shit. And
Go
Iran
around the Horn of Africa, dog.
Yep, and they've proven that they are a regional power in that region, man.
Right. Right. This is Psalm 17 and 9. All right, 7. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand, them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. Keep me as the apple of the eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings. All right, this is for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, or, regardless of your skin color. All right? Our trust is supposed to be held in your how by Shem Yahushua. And if you have real faith, you ain't not going to take your ass to the military.
Right. If you go to the military now, know that you ain't coming back.
Right. That's it. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about, they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker. So when you enclosing your own fat, you living lavish. You niggas living fat.
Mm-hmm.
PHAT.
Right. They pride compass them about.
Right. Like as a lion, the greedy of his prey. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. All right, and that's what they're doing. The Illuminati lurk in secret places, like a lion. It says, looking to whomsoever they shall devour, dog.
Mm-hmm.
This is their nature. This is who they are. This is what they do. And I was glad to see that, so we can let this motherfucker just let you know how the government feel about them over there, even though they going through this. They talking crazy.
Con.
Like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. You about to go out there too. Get your sea legs, nigga.
Right. Because Trump really is determined to see Jake out there.
That's right. So he can go ahead and now you just start seeing them get lit up. They're going to put you on the front.
Yep.
The assault team on the ship is going to be some Jakes.
Yep.
They're just going to light their asses up and they're going to do like, oh, it's an atrocity. We got to go in and, all this bullshit, though.
Yep.
So, that's what's going on with that. And we'll do a part 2 to follow up on the situation in Indiana because, that's its own subject in itself.
Con.
So with that, we pray you were edified, man. Hey, do your research, circumspect, make preparations because it's coming.
Con. Yeah, hey, once all hell hit these shores, which, Indiana is a sign of that, hey, man, all bets are off at that time because they're going to start taking the brothers off the street and they're going to start shutting the internet down.
That's right. And we'll look forward to that day because shit.
Yep. That means we closer. Well, we already closer than what we think, but we almost at the door.
That's it. The 9th hour, the last hour right now, the 12 hours.
Yep.
So with that, we pray you were edified. And until the next time, we bid you shalom.
Shalom.